Hey everybody, good evening. I'm Ellen Lewis and this is Crazy for You. It's so nice to see you. I'm glad you could join me tonight. I am super excited to share with you tonight one of my all-time favorite designers, Kim Hargreaves. I'm going to be sharing with you her book, Sand. It's not her latest book, but it is one that I think is absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited about it. So I'm really, really looking forward to sharing it with you. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Gail. Ladies, Gwen and Gail in particular, Kim Hargreaves designs for you. She designs for a particular kind of woman with a particular style aesthetic. And I mean, it's very evident when you look at her stuff. I think it's just lovely. It's not for everyone, but if it's for you, it is so perfect for you that you can't even stand it. So I love it. I absolutely love her stuff. I've loved it for a long time. She's been designing, gosh, so I've had the shop since 2004, and I know that I saw her work long before I ever opened the store. So quite a long and excellent career. She's not a mega superstar kind of designer on Ravelry. She doesn't, she's not a big self-promoter, and her patterns are not available individually on Ravelry. But we'll talk a little bit about that later on. But I think it's okay, and you'll see why. Hi, Becky. How are you? Hi, B. Hi, Kathy. Excellent. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. So as I said, we're going to be talking about this book, Sand, and Kim designs at least 2 collections each year, one for each season, and I think probably even more. But what I like about the way her designs have evolved recently is she's sort of gotten on board with this whole capsule wardrobe, which is part of the reason that I love mode at Rowan. I love that idea that you can make yourself a hand-knit wardrobe, and that she's really sort of thought it through in terms of the garments, and it has a very cohesive look to the collection. The colors are cohesive. You don't have to use those colors, but the way that she shows you how to use kinds of different tones and to work it together, it just looks really beautiful and cohesive. I don't know if any of you look at like style.com or look at the runway shows from Fashion Week or whatever, but I think the best designers present their line, and the colors are all so cohesive. They just really go together, and so when the entire collection, all the models and the designer comes out, the whole thing looks beautiful. And I think that's what's so appealing about a capsule wardrobe, is that you go into your closet and everything kind of goes together. You have a few pieces that you really, really love, and then you have you can mix them and match them and wear them in a lot of different ways, which I think is super cool. So go ahead and tell me in the comments if you have heard of Kim Hargreaves and if you've ever knit anything by her. I am really curious to know. So hi, Norma. Hi, Eveline. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining me. So I'm going to see what anybody has to say. So I have knit several things by Kim Hargreaves, and they are among the best written, best fitting designs that I've ever knit. They are, for one, she's all about classic construction, so you know that she's my girl on that. Seamed, set-in shoulders, or set-in sleeves, shaped shoulders, seam sides, knit in pieces, bottom up. I love that. I think, as I've said many, many times, garments designed that way, I think are easier to knit. They're easier to modify, and they fit better. And I think those seams really do give a garment a lot of structure. So I think that's really important. And that's another reason that I like her. but you've probably heard me yammer about this enough. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we will look at her designs. Okie dokie. So this is the first one. And the name of this book is Sand. And you'll notice that all of the designs have this sort of sand desert theme to it. So the book is Sand, and this is the cover design, and it's called Sandy. And it's knit in cotton cashmere, Rowan cotton cashmere at a gauge of 22 stitches over 4 inches. And it sort of exemplifies the theme of this particular pattern collection, which is she's used solids and she's used subtle textures to give each garment interest. Hi, Heidi. Thanks for joining me. So what do I love about this? Okay, I love the way that, again, classic construction, set in sleeves. I love the way that she has alternated bands of reverse stockinette and stockinette, and then this drop stitch. Can you see this row of drop stitches? So what you do with that is you do a yarn over on one row, and then on the next row, you drop that. So it gives it a little bit of an open feel. It's very, very easy to do, and it gives it a beautiful, subtle overall pattern. I love that. I think that the way that the necklines are in this collection give it a little bit of a modern and flattering look. I don't know about you. I have a hard time wearing a jewel neckline. They just don't flatter me. But this slightly boat neck, it's not a true boat neck because it's not just a slash. It has some shaping there, but it's wide and shallow. And I think that's really pretty and flattering and, again, very modern. You might think that these were 3/4 sleeves, but they're not. This is just a super tall model. The sleeves are actually 17 inches, which even for me, and I'm 5'8", is going to put that at a full length sleeve. So I think this is really pretty. Notice and kind of remark this drop stitch because this appears throughout her collection, you know, so each of the designs is kind of linked. There's a thematic approach to it. So here's another shot. I love this. Again, it's very modern, this split at the side, which I think is really flattering. But look how pretty those set-in sleeves are. It's just a really beautiful, beautiful look. And she's paired it here, of course, with a pencil skirt. But this would be great with white jeans or black jeans or blue jeans. It would be great you know, with a fuller skirt or dress pants. I can see this as something that you would wear, you know, every day. And in the cotton cashmere, let me just tell you, that is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. I know if you did the Rowan tasting, you had that in your tasting pack. I did a giant swatch of it, and then I put it in the washing machine and the dryer, and it was amazing. So that is Sandy. Really, really pretty. The next one is Buff. And Buff is basically Sandy's tank sister. So they have the identical pattern stitch. It's not just similar, it's identical. So the pattern stitch in this is the same, but it's a tank. Obviously, it has the slit at the side, same lovely neckline. I don't know. She gets away with a big belt on that. I think it looks cute. I probably wouldn't do it. But look at this. It has a great deep U neckline. And I love this because it can be worn in the back or in the front, which I think is a great look. There it is with the U worked in the, you know, worn in the front. Now, let me tell you, if you don't like that deep of a neckline, it is a very simple matter to change it. I have the pattern book like right here, of course, and I was looking through it. So here's the pattern book. So you're going to make that U neck, and then you work straight for a bit until your armhole depth is right. All you would have to do if you wanted to make that less assertive is to start your shaping a little later. You could start it 1, 2, 3 inches later, and it wouldn't be so dramatic. But I do think that's a really beautiful, beautiful look. So look how, again, she's paired this. There's that pencil skirt with it and the belt, and it looks very professional. You could wear that to the office with a jacket. And then here it is with a, very soft, flowing kind of skirt, which I think is really pretty also. Don't you love that? Who loves that? Yes. Gwen says she loves to wear belts. Yep, that's very nice. B likes it. Kaidi, I can see you making every single thing in this book. Kaidi is a speed knitter. She makes things so fast. So if you look at the fact that the sandy and the buff are the same stitch pattern, you'll kind of get that there is this theme. So a lot of the designs in this collection have sister designs. So that's the buff, and I think that's beautiful. This one is Desert, and this is a modern take on an Aran knit sweater. This is worked in hand knit cotton, and it's cropped. So this length from armpit to hem is 10 inches. So that's pretty short. So models are usually very long-legged and they have shorter torsos. If you have a longer torso, like I do, this is going to be practically a bolero, but that's okay because you can give yourself an extra repeat of that beautiful cable. So I think this is really pretty. Again, worked in the hand knit cotton. This pattern is not just it's charted as well as written out. Yes, Becky, I knew you would like that. Are they pretty, Kathy? They really are. Everything in this collection is just lovely. There's that belt again. Isn't it cute? So look here. What I love, again, this is a classic construction set in sleeve. Look how they've done the arm shaping. She's hidden that arm shaping in this this stitch pattern here at the side so that you don't, it doesn't distort the cable at all. I love that. I think that's just a clever little detail, beautifully constructed. I also love that in the design, she tells you exactly how to make the buttonholes. So, you're picking up your stitches. She doesn't just say, okay, work 5 buttonholes. No, she tells you exactly how to make them. And I love that because she just doesn't leave you hanging out there unsure how to do that. I think another really nice detail of this particular design, I think it shows up better. That's so cute. Shows up better here. You see how the cable from the body and all of the details are carried all the way down to the end of the cuff, which I think gives that a really smart, very clean look. Again, it's just a really carefully thought out detail to her work, which I think is lovely. Are you liking this, guys? So if you want the book, you can order it through the link in the description. I have plenty. We can get this out to you right away. The yarns, I mostly have the yarns in stock. I will tell you that that COVID is having a bit of its way with the Rowan distributor here in the US. So it's been hard to get some of the colors, but I do have most of these in stock. So yay. All right. After that, that one is, what did I say that? Desert. Okay, so the next one is Tan. Isn't this pretty? This is just a little pullover with a deep surplus neck and a lovely little ruffled detail here. This is worked in a lace rib pattern in Rowan Summerlight 4-ply. So this is on teeny weeny needles, ladies. If you don't like working on teeny weeny needles, this is not your girl. But isn't it beautiful? It's so pretty. This is designed to have 0 ease. Not negative ease, although I think you probably could get some negative ease in there if you wanted, but it's designed to be a close fit. Isn't that pretty? I think let's see, did she show it? So you can't tell whether the belt is there here. But again, she's got it belted, which I think looks kind of nice with that pencil skirt. I love how the neckline comes low enough to kind of show her collarbone. I think that's pretty. And the sleeves, I think, are a really nice length. They're just above elbow. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time with really short or sleeves that hit me right here in line with my bust. I'm not a fan of that. So I think this is really pretty. And you could wear that with white, with black. You could wear that with a khaki. You could wear it with navy, whatever you have in the bottom. It's very nice neutral. I think this would also be really clean in white, in the Summer Light 4-ply in white. So that one is called Tan. Pretty, huh? Yeah. Hi, Terry. Terry likes the sleeves. Yep. Yes, of course they look great on the model. That's why they're the models, but they would look nice on you too. All right, so after Tan, we have Parched. And this is worked in Rowan Handknit Cotton. This is the sister garment to Desert. So remember, Desert was the cropped cardigan in hand-knit cotton with this identical stitch pattern, this cable design. This is it as a pullover. Very pretty, wide neck, easy fitting. This is a drop shoulder, a modified drop shoulder. So you can see that the shoulder line comes down to mid upper arm, but there is shoulder shaping, which reduces the bunchiness kind of under here. But easy fitting, designed with plenty of ease. Lovely cable, charted as well as written out. I think this just looks so comfortable to wear. She's paired it with a pencil skirt here. I see this with jeans at the beach. This is just cozy. I like this as a transitional garment. Yeah, that's a nice sleeve. You're talking about the one in the last one, Kathy? Yeah, I think that's a good sleeve length too. So I see this kind of as a transitional garment. So it's cotton, but you could wear this, obviously, if you're in New England, you would wear it on the beach in the evening. But here in the mid-Atlantic, you know, you can wear this through the winter. I mean, I don't see us maybe in August unless it's chilly, but totally see this, you know, all season as a transitional design. I love this one. What else was I saying about that? This is knit at 21 stitches over 4 inches in the hand knit cotton. So you know that cables tend to pull things up. So it's not as small as it looks. Let's see the other. Very wide neckline. So that's kind of interesting and different. Very pretty. Doesn't it just make you want to put it on and curl up on the sofa and like yesterday? This is the garment you want for yesterday, when you can curl up on the sofa and just knit in your cozy sweater. All right, so that's Parched, and that's the sister garment to Desert. So I think this next one is really fun and different. This is worked, you see that tweed effect? This is worked with one strand of hand knit cotton and one strand of Summer Light 4-ply. So that's how they have gotten this pretty tweed effect. So at the bottom, there are 2 strands of, so the hand knit cotton and the Summer Light 4-ply in colors that are similar. And then up here, they've used colors that are more contrasting. So this tan is carried all the way up. If you look again, you can see that there are 2 rows of that drop stitch again. So that appears throughout the line. Here it is again in this garment. I like this. I think this is pretty. It has a very deep armhole That might not appeal to everyone, but it is not hard to make a modification and bring that armhole up. You simply start the armhole later when you are doing your bind offs for your armholes. You just start them later. You work this section longer, start your armholes later, and that's going to give you a great deal more modesty in the arm line and at the bottom, at the bodice. Pretty little notched hem here with a seed stitch trim. Very pretty. Yeah, I think this would look nice with just about everything. And that's called Fringe. Are we liking this? Do we like these designs? All right. I think this is probably the showstopper of the collection. This one is called Raffia. And this is almost like a sampler, but not really. I mean, sampler is sort of a pejorative anymore. To me, this looks so elegant. Everything about this is just so refined and elegant and very Chanel-like. From the textured fabric all the way through to this little notched and buttoned detail at the sleeve. This is not, so the pattern for this is only charted, which makes it a lot easier, I think, to follow. And the sleeve is charted along with the fronts, so you can see that it lines up perfectly the way the patterns match. That's such a menswear detailing piece that we often miss, I think, in a lot of women's wear, and particularly in knitwear, that you don't get all the time with some other designers. But this is just so cleanly put together and so elegantly finished. Has a pretty notched hem there, pretty buttons. I love how they've paired this with a slip dress. I think this is beautiful. Very classic jewel neck there. They're showing it, as I said, with a slip dress, but wouldn't you wear this to the office? I mean, I can see this with very tailored black pants, a pencil skirt. But I understand from Trish Malcolm, who did kind of a presentation on runway versus hand knits and all of that, that it's kind of a trend now to layer hand knits over almost evening wear, which I love. I love that concept of wearing a hand knit garment, especially something very structured like this, over a slip dress. Is this a pocket? I think, guys, that's a hidden pocket. Let me check the pattern real quick. How did I miss that? It's just so carefully done and beautifully put in there, huh? Raffia. Oh, yeah, that's a pocket. But it's so clean. Look how beautifully that's in there, just hidden. Isn't that great? Okay, so that's Raffia, and that's knit in hand knit cotton at 21 stitches over 4 inches in the pattern stitch, 3/4 sleeve. Moving right along, is Stroll, which is, of the patterns in this book on Ravelry, this has the most likes, which I think is interesting. Stroll is an incredibly delicious fabric. This is Softyak DK carried with a strand of Kidsilk Haze. Oh my gosh. Can I just tell you how yummy that fabric is? Just beautiful. And you'll notice that this has it's stockinette, but there's something a little different about it, isn't there? So what they've done is she's used 2 different sized needles. She's used a size 7 and a size 13 to create this slightly elongated, irregular stockinette stitch, which is just beautiful. I love that. I love this little hood. You would probably not have to wear the hood if you didn't want to, but it just looks so nice hanging down over the back. The fronts, so each front is almost as wide as the back. So you can see that you have a tremendous amount of fabric here at the side. Do you know what I'm saying? So these fronts are meant to kind of cross doubly over. Do you know what I'm saying? So this front, if you were to hold it out, it would reach all the way across to the other side. So there's a huge amount of fabric there that just makes it so luxe. But because it's very open on these two different needle sizes, it's not heavy at all. And Softyak DK is a chainette construction yarn, so you get a huge amount of yardage with a very, very light effect. And then that Kidsilk Haze on there, it's just like, oh my gosh, pie a la mode, whipped cream over. Ugh, love that. I love that so much. Very, very pretty. Again, with that slip dress. Isn't that just so elegant? And these sleeves are a little bit longer. Very pretty. That's a set-in sleeve also, even though it's longer. But yeah, set-in sleeve so that you get that nice fit at the shoulder. What else do we have? And that's called Stroll. The next one is called Hessian. This is a beautiful, beautiful long line cardigan with this beautiful flattering vertical element, this the cable and then the trim on either side of it. I think that is very pretty, very elegant, traditional in a kind of updated and modern way. She has hidden the arm, the sleeve increases in that pattern stitch. Let's see if there's a better picture. Yes. So do you see how the pattern stitch, this is where your sleeve increases live, so that again your cable is not distorted at all. This the pattern stitch goes clear down to the end of the cuff on both the sleeve and the body. Can you see that? With that V neck, I think this is just gorgeous. Very modern, very updated. I would probably wear something underneath that on the top if it were me, but you know, you do you, right? And that one is called Hessian, and it has a sister design called Camel. And this is Camel, and you have again that vertical element with the cable and the stitches that set it aside, that showcase it on either side. And then this is the field of this garment, and also Hessian is a little twisted stitch. So that's very fun to work. If you've ever worked a mock cable, it's just tiny little mock cables. These are both worked in beautiful Rowan Cotton cashmere, which is just to die for. This is a true drop shoulder design. So it has no shoulder shaping, and the sleeves, can you see, this is where your sleeve attaches to your body. So a true drop shoulder, which makes it a very easy fit, very comfortable to wear. Very pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that she's paired it with this flouncy skirt. That would be great. So flouncy skirt, but if you don't happen to have a skirt like that in your wardrobe, it would look great with jeans or, whatever. What else did she have that with? There's another flouncy skirt with that. Very fun. I would probably wear it with, leggings. I think that's, or this one. This would be great with leggings because it's long enough to kind of cover your fanny. This one maybe you wouldn't wear with the leggings. But again, you do you. Hi, Joan. How are you? Yes. Need the book. Everything is so beautiful. Yes. Isn't it? Isn't it gorgeous? Order the book right now. I'll send it out to you. It's fabulous. All right. So that is called Camel. Yep. And then we have just two to look at. Good thing, because we have just a few minutes left. So these two I saved to the last because they're both really, really different. And I hope you like them because I think they're fun. This is Taupe, and this is worked with Kidsilk Haze. And before you tell me I hate working with Kidsilk Haze, it's worked with 2 strands of Kidsilk Haze at the same time, which is a completely different experience than knitting with 1 strand of Kidsilk Haze at a time. So this has a gauge of 15 stitches over 4 inches. And it's hard to see, but there are 3 sections of it. So there's 2 colors of Kidsilk Haze, A and B. So down at the bottom is A plus A, in the middle is A plus B, and at the top is B plus B. So 2 strands of that Kidsilk Haze worked on a big needle at a gauge of 15, so like a size 10 needle. This is, I think, lovely. It's slouchy, it's modern, it's going to be incredibly beautiful against your skin. This is very youthful. So, you know, honestly, it's probably not something I would knit, but I would totally knit this for my daughter. You know, I think it's gorgeous. So that same neckline, it's a good look. I think that's a really great look. But I can see my Katie wearing this for sure. And it has a sister pattern, which is called Beige. So while Taupe is worked in stockinette, Beige is worked in garter stitch. And while Taupe has that wide neckline, Beige has a little bit of a mock neck. And the sleeve is slightly different too. So this sleeve is a little less tapered, so even more open. I think I might like this one even better than, what do you think? Which one do you like better? This one or this one? It's like you're at the doctor's office. Which is better, A or B? A or B? I have such a hard time with that with my glasses. So tell me in the comments, do you like Taupe? Oops, Taupe or Beige? Taupe or Beige? I think I like Beige myself. I like that one. This one I would probably knit for myself. Yeah, I think I would. I think that's really great looking. Definitely Beige. Yes. Okay. Definitely Beige. Yep. Heidi likes Beige. Becky, is that B for, okay. Yes. So she likes it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not off track. All right. So were there tell me in the comments if there was anything that you wanted to see again before I close this out. Fond of the mock neck. Yeah, Terry, you look great in that. And this is worked, like I said, with 2 strands of Kidsilk Haze, but they are 2 different colors of Kidsilk Haze. So you could choose. Now, I think this would be gorgeous with, there's a color called Grace, which is a really, really delicate pink, and then kind of a taupe color. So I've been thinking about doing this whole capsule wardrobe in shade. So they've got kind of a sandy, warm brown. I was thinking that what if you did this in kind of like a warm beige and a pink, that pink color of the cotton cashmere, the pink of the soft yak. Yeah. So did anybody want to see? Oh, so that's interesting. Kathy likes beige with the taupe neckline. So you like the wider neckline. All right. Well, you could totally do it. You could totally do that. So what I wanted to say to you guys is Kim Hargreaves designs are not available individually on Ravelry. And I know that has been a source of angst for some knitters, but I get it. You know, this is a beautiful collection, and the pattern book, I think, is under $20. There are 12 designs in there. And when you think about the fact that I think every one of these is a home run, it's such a much better deal. And she puts a lot into the books. They're really quality photography. They feel nice. The whole thing is just a really quality publication. You know, it's like buying, well, it's nicer than buying a magazine. It's like actually buying a book. So I totally get it. And I support Kim Hargreaves holding to her her way of doing things. She wants it in a pattern book. She wants it in the collection. She doesn't want it, one off on Ravelry. I get it. So if you like it, order it. I will send it out to you. I am going big into Kim Hargreaves, big into Rowan this year. So you'll be seeing a whole lot more Kim Hargreaves from Crazy for You. You'll be seeing all the Rowan yarns that she features in there. I think it's a perfect kind of partnership with mode at Rowan. She's right sort of, if mode is very youthful, very modern, and traditional Rowan is very traditional. I think Kim Hargreaves manages to walk that line right in between. So I'm super excited to have Kim back in the shop. I'm super excited to share her with you. I hope that you will order the book. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to tell you. I have 2 fabulous Kim Hargreaves trunk shows coming later this month. So keep your eye out for that. We are going to be doing so much about that. There are going to be giveaways. There's going to be an Instagram contest. There's going to be a YouTube contest. There's going to be a Facebook contest. So, oh my goodness, you'll be able to win a pattern kit, so a kit to make one of the sweaters from one of the 2 books. So keep your eye out for that. So I'm super excited about that. And I really appreciate you tuning in and letting me go over a little bit. 6 minutes is not as bad as it might be. So thank you so much for joining me. So fabulous to see you, and I will see you next time. Talk to you soon. Bye.